Tables and graphs.
Ej, dziś w klubie będzie bang. Dziś w klubie będzie bang.
There is many types of tables and graphs, like column charts, pie charts, line charts, scatter plot, area charts, and other. To build a graph, we need legend and information. This is a legend, and these slates represent the information. Most plots contain x-axes and y-axes. But this is not the end of the methods of showing information. Tables and graphs are visual representations. They are used to organize information to show patterns and relationships. A graph shows this information by representing it as a shape. Researchers and scientists often use tables and graphs to report findings from their research. Table graphs are like databases in which someone can enter and organize methods for storing information. Making a chart can be helpful when talking to the client to present important information about the company. Each table must have at least one column and can have 0, 1 or more rows. Rows in the table cannot be repeated, they must be unique, which means that they must differ by at least one value. A chart can take a large variety of forms. However, there are common features that provide the chart with its ability to extract meaning from data. Typically, the data in a chart is represented graphically since humans can infer meaning from pictures more quickly than from text. Thus, the text is generally used only to annotate the data. One of the most important uses of text in a graph is the title. A graph's title usually appears above the main graphic and provides a succinct description of what the data in the graph refers to. Dimensions in the data are often displayed on axes. If a horizontal and a vertical axis are used, they are usually referred to as the x-axis and y-axis. Each axis will have a scale, denoted by periodic graduations and usually accompanied by numerical or categorical indications. Each axis will typically also have a label displayed outside or beside it, briefly describing the dimension represented. If the scale is numerical, the label will often be suffixed with the unit of that scale in parentheses. For example, distance traveled, m, is a typical x-axis label and would mean that the distance traveled, in units of meters, is related to the horizontal position of the data within the chart. A table is an arrangement of information or data, typically in rows and columns, or possibly in a more complex structure. Tables are widely used in communication, research, and data analysis. Tables appear in print media, handwritten notes, computer software, architectural ornamentation, traffic signs, and many other places. The precise conventions and terminology for describing tables vary depending on the context. Further, tables differ significantly in variety, structure, flexibility, notation, representation and use. Information or data conveyed in table form is said to be in tabular format. Adjective. In books and technical articles, tables are typically presented apart from the main text in numbered and captioned floating blocks. A table consists of an ordered arrangement of rows and columns. This is a simplified description of the most basic kind of table. Certain considerations follow from this simplified description. The term row has several common synonyms, for example, record, gate tuple, in tuple, vector. The term column has several common synonyms, for example, field, parameter, property, attribute, stanchion. A column is usually identified by a name. A column name can consist of a word, phrase or a numerical index. The intersection of a row and a column is called a cell. The elements of a table may be grouped, segmented, or arranged in many different ways, and even nested recursively. Additionally, a table may include metadata, annotations, a header, a footer or other ancillary features. There are several specific situations in which tables are routinely used as a matter of custom or formal convention. Publishing. Cross-reference, table of contents mathematics. Main article, mathematical table. Arithmetic, multiplication table logic, truth table natural sciences. Chemistry, periodic table oceanography, tide table information technology. Software applications. Modern software applications give users the ability to generate, format, and edit tables and tabular data for a wide variety of uses, for example, word processing applications, spreadsheet applications, presentation software, tables specified in HTML or another markup language. Popular graph types include line graphs, bar graphs, pie charts, scatter plots and histograms. Graphs are a great way to visualize data and display statistics. For example, a bar graph or chart is used to display numerical data that is independent of one another. Incorporating data visualization into your projects is essential when working with numbers statistics. Regardless of what you're creating, having visuals to represent your data can greatly help your audience understand your point. But how do you know which types of graphs and charts will be the best options for your industry and your information? Whether you're trying to visualize growth in a sales report, showcase demographics in a pitch deck, share industry statistics in an infographic or something else entirely, you're going to need an easy way to showcase that content.
Lecek. O kurwa, to dobry. Dobra, po co komu prawa jazdy? O, kurwa debilu! Pojebało cię! Wyjebało trochę. Kurwa tył może